I can't say that this is something that happens in every different branch, because I know some members on the YouTube comments will come and say, well, no, that wasn't my experience and it wasn't like that for me. But in terms of like preaching to groups like homeless people, handicapped, elderly people, was that something that you were ever encouraged to do or discouraged from doing?
Yeah, certainly discouraged. I remember on several instances, many occasions where you'd be, say, a college university walking on the streets and you see someone in a wheelchair or someone that's, not able-bodied, something, physically or, wrong with their appearance. Say, there's something wrong. There's a reason why God made them like that. It's because of their sin in heaven. Don't preach to them. It's, God will judge them according to their own conscience and their own faith. So many times we're homeless and elderly. Yeah. It's basically kind of like stick to your own age group and some adults. Not necessarily naming them as like evil people, but there's something wrong with them. Like, be on your guard. Don't approach them. Don't invite them. We've had instances where people would come for food or things like that, but they would be normal human beings, have a full-time job, have their own residence, whatever, their own transportation. But if they didn't feel that they were a good offering, then we'll slowly, not communicate with them or slowly kind of isolate them from everyone else.
If you were to like theorize, I guess, on why, I don't know if you have an opinion at all about it, but like looking at that now, like why do you think that is? Do you have any ideas about why you think it would be that they would not want members to reach out to people like this?
That's a good question, actually. I think if someone was handicapped or something like that, it's not a good look, for the church. I don't know if you've seen any of their welcome videos or pictures or anything like that. I mean, you hardly see anyone in a wheelchair or someone that's disabled or, try not to sound rude or anything like that, or someone that may not be fully functioning person, if you will. I don't know if it's because, they don't want to bring in someone that might be homeless or elderly. It's like, well, how are they going to contribute to the church? How can they contribute financially? How can they contribute their time, their own body for labor or anything, any of their resources? Yeah. I think what they're looking for is just a prime, easy to influence young adult, male, female, or someone with a celebrity kind of profile, or someone that has a lot of money or wealth.
Yeah. Somebody who could potentially make them look good, make the church look good.
Yes.
And contribute something. So, which is just something that, for people listening, especially if you're a current member listening, I mean, just step back a minute and consider that, think that through. And, I mean, that's very problematic, especially when you're considering this group who claims to be the one true Church of God. Is that really what God's like? Is God really, up in heaven looking down at these people, the homeless and the handicapped and thinking, I don't want them, to be a part of the church because for whatever reason. I just think I would just encourage members, especially again, to consider that. And I think if you're thinking through that rationally, you should see that there's something very problematic about that, about the fact that I don't know that I've talked to a member that I've done an interview like this and asked that question and had a member say, oh no, the church really cared genuinely about people, no matter what sort of circumstances they're in, because, they have mother's love. They have the love of God motivating what they're doing. And they had genuine compassion for people. And it wasn't about what benefit the church could get from them, because, we had the truth of God and we're out to just help people. I've never heard anything like that. The reoccurring thing is every member I've talked to said, no, I was discouraged or or in many cases, I was explicitly told, or even I think sometimes like rebuked for preaching to people in these sort of circumstances or situations. And that's just very ugly. Yeah, it's just an ugly, horrible thing.